Hey, dude.
All right, we have him on mute. All right.
That's not doing the mic. That's just my headset.
Oh, it is?
Man, you don't even know how to use this thing.
Bro,
Well, I've never used
just
it.
turn it back up. What are you doing?
Quit playing.
Bro, I can barely hear you. Perfect. This fucking guy.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
So then where's my headset? That's what I want to know.
Can you not hear the headset at all?
No, I hear the headset, but it's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. There we go.
Is it because I'm a loud talker?
What?
Riyadh's nothing but complain. I don't.
Just kidding.
Gosh. At least they show up.
Oh, I see what he did there. Sheesh. Hey, but you're a permanent guest. I was never signed on in my contract.
That's a lie.
No, he literally said.
No one here has a contract. I don't even have a contract. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Seriously?
We all have a contract.
Verbal contract.
You honestly get nothing and like it. I forgot that this thing actually has one lens popped out because I don't need it on the one side. Go figure. I was doing my research for you guys here today. Let's get right into it. I want to go to top plays, man. Let's go. First thing, the 49ers.
Of course.
Ooh, did they show that they're actually the best football team in the NFL? Prove me wrong.
Yes and no.
All right. Where does the no come from?
Defense
showed their dominance.
Not
Yes, they
secondary.
have holes. Yes, they do have holes. I get that.
Your front four is fantastic.
But what, Rian?
It's loud.
Oh, you need to turn it down?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Well,
He's
We
scared.
got you. We got you. Guest host Riyadh Abu Stafi here. We got him for his analytics. He's going to tell us who's going to be injured as well. How you doing, Riyadh?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Honestly, it's great.
All right.
Great Tuesday, guys. Thanks for joining us on live. Thanks for joining us on live YouTube as well, guys. If you have any questions, comments, send them through the YouTube. I can see them. Not on Instagram. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We're working with what we got. Anywho, jumping straight into it, I want to say Kittle down the middle.
Diddle.
Kittle down the middle.
As a little diddle.
Who are you? Why did we invite him? Top plays, man. I think Kittle with and I guess they're two technically, and that little flea flicker route that Detroit did as well to
Laporta.
dude, that is insane. That's
That's a beast of a rookie tight end
two
right there.
times
It
in
is.
one day they're just gonna put together that same play, two different teams, same scheme, scores.
Perfect.
That's like literally, that's got to be play of the week right there because both times done, you could see as a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. What else do you think? Riyadh, do you have any input? I feel like my mic is loud. Sorry, guys.
That's why I did it. Yeah.
Riyadh,
Anyway.
relax.
Not that I can think off the top of my head.
Did you even watch football this week?
No, I don't watch football. I'm
His
just on
team
here
did
just
great.
to look pretty.
He's like, I don't
I'm not a fan of football. Actually,
It's
I
because
just come
the
here and
Seahawks
talk out my
didn't
ass.
do anything.
We're getting a lot of interference on the mics right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Riyadh? Yeah, I know.
Just all of us talking at once.
Yeah, we're okay. Brian, give us some insight. Riyadh, we're shutting you down for now.
Sheesh. Well, I mean, top player I'd say is Zach Moss out of
Oh,
goddamn nowhere.
Okay, that's true. Zach Moss did go extremely hard.
I was so hyped for Jonathan Taylor being back
I was not.
because I have him in both my leagues.
He
And,
obviously
of course, I
doesn't want to
started him.
play. He obviously doesn't want to play.
That's a
I
lie.
mean, he doesn't want to play for your team.
That's also a lie. He just signed a huge contract with us.
He's stuck, bro.
And,
I don't know.
I wish I can hold out in real life with work and just say, you know what, I'm gonna not show up until you give me a contract that I love. And
You got to make yourself worth something. He made his body worth something. It is what it is. It's what it is to be a running back. So he said, all right, fuck it.
The RB market right now is horrible, but he low-key just reset that himself, which is really nice for the league.
Which is actually that's going to be interesting that you say Zach Moss is going to be, you know. Do you think he's going to take over, or you think he's going to lose his kind of spot?
He's not going to lose his spot per se.
Or do you think the backfield's going to be shared?
It's going to be shared for now.
Yeah.
Because they even said, like, what's his name? Sean Steichen? Steichen? What the hell? However you pronounce it.
Steichen, yeah.
Steichen, yeah. Thank you, Riyadh.
You're welcome.
Stoichen.
But he even said, like, they're going to kind of just, I don't know, just sprinkle in some JT every now and then.
Oh, get his reps because he
Yeah.
didn't get to do anything
He
ever.
hasn't played in, like, 300 days because he's been injured. He's been rehabbing the entire offseason and during the in-season.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't look in peak form, but I think he still looked good for his first game,
Oh, yeah,
coming
of
out and
course.
having some back-to-back runs, and just looked really like he didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, on that little check down like screenplay, it went for 16 yards. I was so hyped. I was like, yes, because he's not really known as a receiving back. That's why we had Nyheim Hines, but he kind of proved last year when he was healthy for the few games that he could catch the ball, and that's kind of why we traded away Nyheim Hines.
Yeah, that's real.
Because Zach Moss definitely is not a receiving back, in my opinion. He's just change of pace, power back. He's just going to run down your throat.
Yeah.
So we didn't really have a receiving back while Zach Moss was only the lead back.
I can feel that. I can see that.
So I'm very, very excited for that.
All right, now that we're done sucking each other's dicks on our teams.
What about my team?
Yeah, nothing. Didn't we agree that they didn't do anything?
Well, yeah, they didn't do anything because they were on their bye week.
Exactly.
Which
week
is
by
nice
bye week.
because no one cares about the Seahawks anyway. I'm just kidding, guys. So the winners of this week actually were pretty interesting because the Bears took it 40-20 against the Commanders. And then Sunday, you know, the Jaguars and my dumbass didn't put Lawrence in. Instead, I put Dak because, you know,
I texted you that.
even though he's going against, you know, the Niner defense, I thought he would have wanted redemption. I thought he would have wanted something.
No.
Unfortunately, he did not. But
I
anywho,
wouldn't. Yeah.
the Jags did want some revenge on the Bills, and they won
I called
25-20.
that happening on the last episode.
You know, I
only guaranteed the Jags to beat the Bills.
I think you did. Coming in hard, the Falcons actually beat 21-19 against the Texans. So that was a good duke out.
So real quick,
2-2-3.
real quick back to the Bears and Commanders. DJ Moore putting up 50 fantasy points.
49 against me. That's
Yeah,
the
49
only
against,
reason I lost.
not against me.
Oh,
but
don't worry. We'll
I
get
was
to the
pissed,
top
man.
leaders.
I was pissed.
Yeah, that's insane.
That was nuts.
Hey, it's weird. Someone always has to go off. Oh, poor Panthers. Panthers dropped to 0-5
Gross.
with that 24-42 loss to the Lions. Lions 4-1 right now, dude.
I don't know how many times I can say it. I am so happy Frank Wright is not the Colts coach anymore. Look who's 0-5 right now.
Insane.
Ouch.
Speaking of Colts won 23-16 against the Titans.
Yes, sir.
Tennessee Tits.
Tennessee Tits 23-16,
The
man.
Titans.
3-2 now, winning record. Love it. Dolphins go 4-1 against New York, putting up 31 against 16. What a game. That was a good game, honestly, for those guys. I mean, except for Achan getting injured.
I mean, he still went off.
He did.
He robbed Mostert of a touchdown when I was pissed.
He had my points, and I just had
Ooh.
Raheem on the bench. People hate me. It's good.
You didn't have Raheem on, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Saints D came in hard for me with 34-0 against the Patriots. Patriots dropping a 1-4. Everyone knows that Patriots have not been here in I don't know, like 12 years.
Well, no. I mean, they've had they've had Tom Brady for a bunch of years, so
yes, they have.
it hasn't seen anything like this really in 20 years.
Mac
And
close
Jones
to it.
is a big bag of milk. He's absolutely awful. This man could be a backup on any team, but starter. Blaine Zappe, Bailey Zappe. I think it's Bailey.
Bailey. It's
Yeah.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Zappe's so much better, and that's not saying a lot because Zappe's ass too. Like
It is.
They're going to tank. I mean, they should.
Yeah,
tank, but
they're-
they're going to
They're
tank.
0-4.
They're looking like they're
1-4.
gonna definitely
1-4.
they're
Yeah,
definitely
they-
gonna pick up that spot. Number 1 draft pick.
They better. They're going to trade the.
I don't know.
the
I mean,
Bears.
Crazy. All right, going in Steelers Ravens. Yo, this
that
one.
game.
This
I was
one.
pissed.
I'm next
That
to
game was
Marky
legit.
Mark all weekend, and this guy is just like, man, the Steelers suck, but let's go. And they
Their
came
defense is
clutch,
fire,
bro.
man.
17-10 against the Ravens.
That was a great game.
now they're
I loved
both
watching that game.
3-2, positive record.
And they're in the
and
same
honestly,
division.
the Steelers are looking a little sus here.
Bro, the Steelers' offense is horrible. They've
But
been carried by their defense.
Defense
the
is
last 5
able
years.
to get the job done, man.
Yeah, they do it. TJ Watt's a beast, man. You can't talk shit on that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a whop, brother.
Oof.
Yeah.
Bengals coming back in it with 34-20 against the Cardinals. Cardinals
Yeah,
dropped
that
to
was
1
nuts.
4 as well.
I'm
Hard
gonna
loss.
be a Cowboys fan for a second.
Ew.
We back. The Bengals are back. The Bengals.
Did the
after-
Bengals look
I
like
think
they
they're
were
back.
back? Did the
You
Bengals
realize
play
the
a game?
Bengals are who they, right? Or who they?
No, but but I'm just
we
saying.
back,
Well,
we the
Cowboys.
boys.
Well, Cowboys fans always say every year that they're
Yo,
back.
don't
They're back.
say.
This is their year.
Yes, because Cowboys fans are delusional.
I know. So that was my reference to that.
Gross.
But
Absolutely.
It's okay.
gross.
yeah, the Bengals are back, baby.
All right, going in. Eagles, Rams. I wanted the Rams to win so bad. I thought they would have had some sort of an opportunity. There's no way. 23-14. Rams go to 2-3. Eagles at 5-0. Do you want to see it? Yeah or no? Do you want to see it? I don't know. I mean,
you can thank the brotherly shove for that.
God,
They've done it 22 times and converted, I believe, 20 of them.
insane,
Stupid.
insane.
Use it while you can because it's going to be outlawed next year.
You really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
For
yeah.
sure, it's going to be outlawed.
No, it's
Eh.
it's too to me. It's too. It looks ugly. So from a casual fan,
Yeah.
because it's a
not fun
scrum.
football.
It's like it's
yeah.
a scrum.
It's
well, some
legit
people.
rugby.
Well, some people
Yeah.
call it rugby, and some people say that's not similar to rugby, depending on who
it
you talk
definitely
to.
is. I played rugby for 3 years.
But
It's legit a scrum.
I mean, but
no,
like,
you're right. It's a scrum.
but like, what in the rules tell you that you're not allowed to get
Well,
that
to me,
that low and
if you see down the line, look, I think the offensive line lines up offsides.
They do.
They
yeah,
do.
That's
They do
so it
every
is
time.
technically
they,
illegal.
they do.
But so does defense.
Yeah.
When they line up for the brotherly shove, I think this week
Well, the
they
defense
showed
has
it.
to because they would.
Exactly, but they're both lining up over the ball, which is illegal formation and offsides. So it's stupid.
That's the first thing when I saw the whole tush push and all that. I was looking at it, playing football. I know how it can't be over the ball,
Yeah.
and it would right off the back. There's no way they were not over the ball with how low they are. They're not over the ball.
Well, the refs letting them go through with it. So what does that
Well,
say
it's the
more of?
Eagles. It's a big. The refs cater to the big teams. The Chiefs. We saw all that, right? They'll cater to the Eagles too.
Damn.
We saw it with Tom Brady when the Eagles.
Well, no one had to cater to the Jets with a 31-21 whopping on the Broncos.
Facts.
Broncos go to 1-4, dude.
Russell Wilson.
Just when you think they
retire.
got something going,
retire.
They don't.
And Sean Payton is the biggest wash. The fact that there was so much hype with him coming in, I'm going to change everything. Was it
they said this is the guy.
he called out Hackett?
Look,
He
I
was
mean,
the worst
if they
coaching job ever, and
if
then
they
lost to Hackett.
If they still, if they still
poetic justice.
pull up the rest of the season, it's only 5. Look, there's still 11 left.
Broncos are terrible.
There's still 11 left,
Yeah,
right?
Their defense is one
12
of the top
left?
3 worst. Russell Wilson's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. They don't really have any big weapons besides Jerry Jeudy, who's always injured.
Sutton doesn't work.
It's going to be a bad season for them.
I don't know. I feel like they might find a way to put things together. The defense though is
Not-
just
not in-
not
not in-
holding it.
Not in the AFC West. It's not. With the Chargers and the Chiefs, not going to happen.
That is
Shit.
true.
The
They're
Raiders
in,
might even beat them.
they're in a hard they're in hard play
I
ball.
mean,
with
I
them.
mean, I would bet money on the Raiders beating the Broncos at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of the Chiefs coming in 27-20 against the Vikings. Vikings also dropped to 1-4.
That's the most
Chiefs
surprising
4-1.
team so far, to be honest. 1-4 Vikings. They have so much talent.
It's just they can't win a game.
It's not surprising me. It's not surprising to me because last year they had all their wins are practically had to come from behind. So
Well, yeah,
if you have to
but
come from behind, you're not that good of a team.
The,
I mean,
the
they got
biggest thing is last year they were 11-0 in one-score games. This year they're, I believe, 1-3.
yeah,
That's coaching.
Jeez. Yeah.
That's got to be on coaching.
but it's the same coach, same players, though, right? And that the coaching
Yes.
staff hasn't changed that much in
Y-
Minnesota.
You are correct, but something changed. obviously.
Someone
Yeah.
lost their nuts. Speaking of losing their nuts, Cowboys 10, 49ers 42, 5-0.
Got a bias alert coming.
5-0.
Imagine liking the Cowboys.
Oh, honestly, this just made the Niners just. I feel like it's gonna come down. I mean, I think, in my opinion, it's gonna come down to the Eagles playing the Niners to see who's gonna actually walk away being undefeated. I don't think
We'll
they're gonna
see.
be losing anytime soon. They got the Browns.
Yeah, Browns are awesome.
It's not that they're awful, but it's just a check mark.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it is.
Hey, did you see Kittle's shirt though that said "fuck Dallas"?
Oh no,
Really?
that's
On his
hilarious.
touchdown, he pulled up his jersey and he was wearing a shirt that said "fuck Dallas."
No, show me this.
Micah Parsons was pissed.
Show
did you-
me this.
Well, there was
Which
something
touchdown did he show it off at? Number 3?
I don't know, honestly.
That's insane.
There was another one. I don't know if it was Micah
That's so dirty.
or another or a Niners player, but there was, I think it was a Niners player that talked about
Richard.
that's tacky.
That shit was pre-planned.
That's tacky.
That's hilarious, is what it is.
That's
Man,
tacky.
no way. Did he really wear that? That
Yes,
is
sir.
crazy. You got balls.
It's tacky.
Well, when you do 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
kind of, if you want to call it tacky, who cares? He had a hat trick.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. That's a record. Oh man. Speaking of records, both at 2 and 3, Packers 13, Raiders 17. I
Ugh.
really wanted the Raiders to win.
That was a disgusting game.
It was not a fun game to watch. I thought it was hard on both ends. Whether the defenses played to par or not, or the offenses just couldn't get shit going. But, at the end of the day, it's whoever came up with more points, and the Raiders fucking won.
I gotta say, the Packers wide receivers they've got to be like one of the worst group of receivers in the league, man. I mean, Watson's decent, but he got out-jumped. Keep in mind, Watson, I believe, is 6'5", 6'4". He got out-jumped by a cornerback who's 5'10", to seal the game on that last third interception.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
There were 2 drop passes on that last Packers
yeah.
drive.
Dogs his
That-
ass.
And that was the same problem Aaron Rodgers had last year, and he actually came out and said that these guys can't catch. And it's same story now this year, where games on the line, 2 drop balls, and they couldn't come back or do anything with it.
Yeah, man, you got to suck in those balls.
Nobody had more drops than the Ravens receiving core, though. That was absolutely pathetic. That's the only reason they lost that game. They had 8 drops in one game.
Sheesh.
And did you hear, like, in the pregame, the coach said, "Oh yeah, we're practicing catching rugby balls." Did you hear this?
Yeah, I saw it. They
Yeah.
did a bit on it.
They
Yeah.
made a huge deal about it. It was like, "Yeah, we're catching rugby balls," and I forgot what commentator, but basically some ESPN commentator or CBS, whatever the fuck, before the game made a huge deal. It's like, why would you do this? Like, rugby balls are like 30% bigger. And look at what happened. All of them caught the ball and it went out their hands because they're used to catching a bigger ball.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
That's
the
weird.
stupidest thing I've ever heard any team doing.
But I don't think that's anything new for the Packers. I think that's not new for the Packers. The
That's
Packers
Ravens.
Ravens. Sorry.
But I mean,
don't think that's
I've
new for
never
them. I think
heard
they've
of
been
any
doing it
team
for a
doing this
while.
in my life.
Yeah. Neither have I.
That's why I feel like that's why they're making such a big deal out of it.
Stupid. What that? Whatever. We're playing football. Whatever.
Playoffs.
Oh. All right, guys. Let's see those top players, all right? DJ Moore, everyone knows,
Piss me off.
pissed everyone off. He went off with 41 points in Week 5. If you're holding that top-tier man, those points could have made a difference.
Didn't Chase outperform him though?
Jamar Chase got 37.2.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. This is, like I said,
Yeah.
guys, this is on Fantasy Pros. This is what I'm going by. I'm not going by Yahoo or ESPN.
Yeah.
I'm going just by Fantasy Pro. So whenever we do the tally, whenever I check just everyone else's, this is just the overall chart that I use.
Yeah.
So Justin Fields, actually, speaking of, dude,
Went off.
yeah, went off, bro. 33 points, man, for a quarterback. He has not performed well. At least as far as fantasy-wise, he has not performed well. So, and another fantasy, actually, that had been is Dude, I don't know. I can't say his name.
Let me see. Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
I can't read that. It's too far away.
Travis Eaton.
ETN.
ETN.
Travis ETN.
ETN.
Screw ETN, but he went off. He
Yeah,
always goes off.
ETN
on
did
Monday night.
great, dude. ETN actually came in hard with a good 32.4 for running back.
Against
Hello.
And that
Good
was
Buffalo
back-to-back game,
defense.
or
That was, yes.
well, he didn't have back-to-back points-wise, but he had back-to-back games in London. The Jaguars did.
oh my God.
Yeah, that's super unfair.
How awesome is that? They
Super
got to take
unfair.
a week off and just like chill.
In another country. That's pretty cool. Not that they couldn't afford to go there in the off season.
NFL legit fucked over Buffalo with that though. That's so unfair, bro.
Oh, because they didn't have to travel. They had
No travel,
recovery
no jet lag.
time.
But I mean, I assume Buffalo probably got there Monday or Tuesday, so they probably got acclimated to the jet lag. But I just feel like that's very unfair. But
Well,
I also hate the Jaguars, so I'm
Niners
biased.
had
Yeah, you have to hate
multiple.
the Jaguars.
The Niners had multiple games actually back to back. I think they had 3 of them at home.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't you have one away game, then you're
and
back
then
at home?
go back
Ex-
home.
That means your end of the year schedule is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's
Be
probably
a lot
gonna
of
be
traveling. I think we
End of the year.
I know we talked about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because I think they're traveling like 6,000 miles in 2 weeks, which is absurd.
It's insane. All right. Speaking of Indianapolis, though, Zach Moss went 31.5,
Yes,
coming in at
sir.
number 5. Nice.
Love to see it.
Yeah, he did. He should have been a waiver wire pickup. You know, we were talking about it, week 3, almost week 4, knowing that you should be getting this guy on your roster. Whether he was an RB2, RB3 flex position,
Yeah,
he's going to get you some of those points.
for sure.
Josh Allen got 28.8, baby.
Yeah, he went off for me.
Homeboy's my quarterback, so I do
Yes,
love
sir.
watching him play. Just saying, that guy. It just top plays, man. 2 ball out shots downfield by Josh Allen, dude. Like he's getting it back a little bit, you know, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of those are just easy opportunities for the defense to take over, but he's getting it back, and that
I was never worried. He improved.
Well, he always
he
goes
will
through those
he will
stints,
be
man.
ready.
He does just
Man,
like every
look at
every
this.
player
This is
does.
so
It's part of
nice.
it's just part of being a professional
This
ball
week's
player.
top has 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 QBs in it. 6 QBs. Not only do you have Josh Allen, you have Jalen Hurts at 28.3,
The tush push.
7th.
So those are
Yeah, the
not
tush push.
surprising. What's the surprising one on there? Probably Fields.
Jared
huh?
Goff right here coming in at number 8 with 27.4. Sam Howell coming in at 26.4. And then Desmond Rider.
Desmond
Ritter.
Ritter. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
I feel like Ritter.
Right that ass.
Ritter and
26.2.
got to be the most surprising because they needed to step up because they have not performed at all. I mean, Sam Howell has been a decent quarterback, but Ritter has been
Can you read that,
absolutely
Brian?
abysmal. Not even close.
I can't either. My YouTube on here doesn't want to even load. I don't know why.
I'll go on my phone. 'cause
Yeah, tell
I'm
me.
blind as hell.
Okay, you're good. You know who
Put
came
it
in
on
at
your
number
camera,
11?
zooming in.
You know who came in at number 11? Brock Purdy. Brees Hall came in
Bias
after,
alert.
and then
Bias
George
alert.
Kittle. Yeah,
Bias
I know.
alert.
Those are your top players, baby,
Oh my god!
in week 5 of fantasy.
it's fucking. It's my manager Jose.
Yeah, he said you're a goon.
I just saw the all-knowing NFL brain.
Oh, the Brian.
I don't know if he meant to say Brian, but he said brain.
Yeah, honestly, I
You
go
see that
back and
mistake
forth.
spelling your name.
I definitely go back and forth. I apologize. All right, guys. Moving on to the waiver wire.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are we looking at as far as people that you would want to pick up? I mean, in my league right now, I am third. I am third, actually, in my league. My other one, I'm 0-4, so don't fucking listen to me at all. But I actually was moving into a couple people yeah, I take notes, Riyadh. Check this out.
Wow, professional.
Oh.
Sheesh.
I hear me. Is that on your phone?
Yeah,
Oops.
I was like, why do I hear myself?
I heard it. I was like, I'm probably from his phone.
Oops.
You can't have the mic echo. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I actually was looking into DeMarcado.
I was gonna say him
DeMarcado
too, man.
is yo relax. I think we're in the same league. That's messed up. In my
Well-
other league, he wasn't even like touched.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest things. But why are we looking towards DeMarcado? One, he had a lot more touches, and two,
James Conner's dead.
James Conner is going to be out. So
He's
that
on IR
means
officially. 4
he
weeks
is
at
going
least.
to be. Excuse me.
Ew.
He's going to be getting most of those touches. So obviously, you're going to want that running back to get a lot more running room. Not only that, Arizona is also going to be playing against the Rams. So they're going to have something to show for. They're going to be wanting a dub.
You know who's going to be the number 1 receiver on everyone's waiver wire? At least should be. KJ Osborne.
KJ Osborne.
Justin Jefferson's down at least 4 weeks because IR. And Addison is decent. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He had a lot of targets even when Jefferson wasn't injured. But KJ's always been that deep threat, man. He's fast. He proved that last year, too. He won them like 3 games from a deep shot. So
I can see it.
with-
I already see it.
Yeah.
I already see it. Yeah.
So-
KJ Osborne's going to be one of those that are going to
Yeah.
be a pickup from everyone.
with him being the wide receiver 1/2 now, pick him up right now.
Hard part is, actually, it's not. About 15.3% are owned. 1.2% DeMarcado, excuse me, is 1.2%. So he is on that waiver wire, and I'm definitely betting everyone's going to go after him ASAP. He's your number 1. If no one has picked up Roshan Johnson or Quentin Johnson, you're insane. Go get him yesterday.
I was saying Rashawn Johnson in week 2.
Yes.
It's Khalil Herbert's ass.
If they're still here, and now that Khalil Herbert is going to be questionable, you better be on that
100%.
gravy train. If you need a trade, I would say trade. Get you some of them mans.
But honestly,
I'm just kidding. Don't trade, but if you can get low, buy him low.
because correct me if I'm wrong, Rashawn Johnson's a Bear, correct?
Rashawn Johnson is a
Yeah.
bear.
So you know who's going to be, in my opinion, running back number 1 over him pretty soon?
Who?
Deontay Freeman. I think it's Freeman. Foreman. Yeah, Foreman. I'm
Yeah,
stupid.
Foreman.
So I had Deontay Foreman last year for like the last 6 weeks of the season when I believe he was a Panther. Bro, this man's basically a carbon copy of Derrick Henry. This man throws people around. You cannot tackle him. The first week I picked him up, he got me 35 points last year. He's a
You-
beast.
He was with the Falcons, right?
No, he was a Panther.
Oh.
'Cause
Has he ever played for the Falcons? Wasn't there Freeman or
Maybe.
Foreman?
maybe.
Oh.
But I just know that he split the backfield with, was it named Chuba Hubbard last year when CMC obviously got traded to the Niners. And Foreman stepped up and got 230 bombs back to back and legit won me 2 games in a row just because he's a beast. So pick him up.
Yes.
So who? What's your number 1 pickup? What 1, 2, 3? Who would you pick up between all the running backs we talked about on the waiver
Running
wire?
you
back-wise?
what? You have to get DeMarcado.
Do you think he's over Freeman or Foreman?
Well, I personally would go with Foreman just because I know how he's built. He's a tank.
But if you need a guy,
DeMarcado is going to be good for the next 4 weeks
And
until
yeah,
James Conner comes back.
if
Foreman
you
could
if
be
you
the
need a guy,
rest
but
of the year.
he could be. You're right. He could be, and that's a
Yeah.
sitting flex position. But if you need a guy that's going to get you some points immediately,
For sure.
DeMarcado's going to be your guy. If you
Yeah.
got to buy, or you might have another injured player, bro,
Yeah.
you
You're not wrong.
you have to run and get him like yesterday.
Because Foreman might not even be like number 1 for another 2 weeks. We don't know. But DeMarcado is definitely going to be number 1 for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, pick him up.
Because I know someone on the Cardinals running back wise is coming back from IR this week. I couldn't tell you his name, but I saw that today. I was like, oh, so they might share a backfield for a little bit, but DeMarcado is definitely get touches.
Yeah,
For
no,
sure.
he's gonna get them all.
What's up, Riyadh? Any waiver wire pickups? You're not taking notes over here like us? Come on,
No,
man.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
We got them notes ready, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I would have to look closer on the waiver wire.
My manager texted me too.
He said, "Hey man, look
Shouts
at
out
me."
Jose. Shouts out First Choice Coffee.
Oh my god! All of a sudden, now my Wi-Fi is like
We would like a sponsor.
full speed, fast as
Well,
balls.
Honestly, another running back that could maybe pull you some points together just because Achan's out for the next 4 weeks. IR. Sad
IR.
news. Jeff Wilson Jr., man, he's a great receiving back.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson Jr. right here. He's kind of
Yeah.
sitting on about 27%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hit or miss. And honestly, they had always kind of spread that ball around between the
Yeah.
backs. So,
Well, I know Mike McDaniel legit copies Shanahan, obviously because they're basically the same coach, just different.
teams,
Yeah.
just it.
But
Yeah.
I know they like doing the twin backfield, like one on the left, one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a wildcat formation, but I can see them faking it to Mostert and doing a quick toss to Jeff Wilson in the red zone, and no one knows what to do. No one knows how to guard him. So it might be an easy receiving touchdown. Who knows? So he could be a good pickup too if you're really desperate for running back.
If you were a guy that's
I
like,
wouldn't
"Oof,
bank on him being RB1 though.
I could use a flex that could possibly get something.
Yeah, because
If you're
for sure gonna be
if
one,
you are desperate, yeah.
which is funny because they're both ex-Niners, and Mike McDaniel was like, "Give them to me."
Oh yeah. He's like, I know how to use them.
I was your OC with you two.
That's too good. I love it. All right, what about some running backs? I got some Josh Reynolds here, man.
Josh Reynolds, you mean wide receivers?
Wide receivers, my bad.
Yeah, he's fire. I picked him up last week on the waiver wire because
Yes.
I just had a good feeling, and he got me like 18 points.
Marvin Mims, another one. What do you think? Would everyone touch Mims?
No,
No.
He's still untouchable.
no.
Right here, he's on
'Cause he plays
25%.
for Denver, right?
And he's
Yeah.
sitting at
Yeah,
a
no.
9, man.
No.
And he freaking, dude, he's
Wide
one of the
receiver
main
number.
reasons they lost that game. He fumbled that punt. It's like, what are you doing, dog? That's an instant negative 3 points, and you're not even on offense yet.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dog.
Hey, man. You never know. Things are happening.
I mean, and I hate to keep naming running backs, but dude, Tyjae Spears, like this man's going to take Derrick Henry's job by like week 10, I'd say.
I think Spears is, I don't know if he's going to take it, but I know for a fact if,
Bro,
D. Henry gets hurt.
it's not even that. He's already their guaranteed third down back. He's playing 90% of the third downs while Derrick Henry is sitting on his ass on the sideline.
But not purposely, though. Are you
It's
thinking
because he can.
they're just waiting to kind of throw him? Or
No,
do
it's
you think
because
they
he's
really
a-
want to put the work on Spears?
It's because Derrick Henry's never been a receiving back, even though he last year especially he caught a lot more passes than he had his entire career. Spears is known as a receiving back, and he's fast, he's agile.
And the way the NFL is going, you have to have a receiving
100%.
running back.
This guy
Yeah.
You
goes
have to
dual
have
threat.
Yeah, that is a dual threat nowadays. In the
not
running
wrong,
back
you're not
perspective,
wrong.
in the running back perspective, that is a dual threat,
Yeah.
running
Dual
and catching.
threat.
So that 100% accurate,
Yeah.
and that's what the NFL is going to. So there's no limit on him because he can
100%.
receive so well.
Yeah.
Who's
So-
going to pick up Josh Downs?
How dare you for stealing my next person? Especially on my damn team.
Oh, what?
The disrespect.
When?
What do you mean win?
When?
I said my team as in the Colts, baby.
What? I did not do anything as such.
Josh Downs is a machine. I'll throw out some analytics right now for you guys.
Okay, let's go, Dad.
So as a rookie wide receiver, he is averaging 5.7 yards of separation on every play.
That's
is
massive and unheard of.
insane.
Yeah, that you don't get that
Yeah.
in the NFL. Nowhere near that on
Bro,
average anyway,
Like,
for sure.
Obviously, Michael Pittman is wide receiver number 1. He's averaging, I believe, it was like 3.8 yards per separation, or separation per attempt, whatever.
yeah.
Which is fantastic. But, bro, a rookie is getting almost 6 yards of separation on a route? Averaged? That's insane, man.
Yeah,
Like,
the NFL will adjust though. That'll change.
I don't know, man, because we're so deep with our receiving core. Our tight end group is, I'd say, a top 3 tight end group. Obviously, we don't have the number 1 like Kelsey, Kittle, like any like huge name. But Ogletree, who I feel like most people don't even know who the hell Ogletree is. He's amazing. He's averaging,
Love
I
the
believe,
name.
4 yards of separation on a route as well. For a tight end, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
So, watch the tight ends from the Colts.
I love me some tight ends. They're
Are they tight?
they do have tight ends. No, I just no. I've always liked the tight end position.
What do you think? What do you think? Okay, say you're hurting for a tight end. You're hurting for a tight end right now. Are you gonna be picking up some Logan Thomas?
I would go with Dalton Schultz over
You would
him.
go in Dalton Schultz.
Agreed.
Don't get me wrong. Like you
Logan
were,
Thomas
you
is on
were
12%. He's
yeah.
on no one's.
You were spot on with your pick last week because I know you shouted out Logan Thomas, and I was like, he played a damn good game, but I just can never get behind him because he's always injured, bro. It's the same thing every season. He's injured to start the year, comes back healthy, has a few huge games, like 20 to 30 points because he's always open. He's a fast runner, and he's everyone's favorite person in the red zone because he's so huge. But then he gets injured again. I don't know. I just can't get behind him.
Can't get behind injury?
If he proves me wrong, I'll be the first to admit it.
It doesn't matter. You just need him to get you some of these points. That's it. We just need some of the points.
Until he gets injured on the first catch and you're stuck with 1.8 points for your tight end spot your entire game.
Then you switch off to another.
Yeah, that's the same thing with
That's any
Yeah,
position, too.
exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's just any position.
It depends on the game too, because Kittle last week gave me 1.9 points, and I was
And he
pissed.
wasn't even injured.
Yeah. That's how the game is played. This week he gave me 28 points.
What about Zay Jones on Jacksonville?
I still like Calvin Ridley,
Yeah.
obviously, because he's number
Obviously,
one.
he's just going to
Yeah.
be number one.
Zay Jones proved a little bit as a Raider last year because he's a deep threat. I don't know. He's iffy, but if Trevor Lawrence can go through his progressions like he did against the Bills, he's a solid pickup.
I think so, too, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, he's
then
at
you-
33.3. This is looking at, like, I would say,
Availability.
Yeah, availability, and if you need a flex, man, you need a flex guy. His bye weeks he's gonna have bye week 9, so just keep that in mind. But
That's not too soon.
I would say if you need a flex, man, and look, I would say even soon because I want to. They're playing the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
But that's gonna be in
in
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
And
The curse of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Pick 'em up.
You know what's really fucked up? This is going to be an off waiver wire topic at all, but I need to say this. It's so irritating. So whenever a team plays out of the country, the league legit gives them an option to go on bye week immediately after, or they get to pick their team.
To play.
Yeah. They purposely didn't choose to take their bye week. They handpicked the Colts to play in Jacksonville.
Why?
Why not? I mean, from a Jaguar standpoint, why wouldn't you
Exactly
do that?
my point.
But as a Colts fan,
Bro, it hurts because and who doesn't know, we have not won in Jacksonville in 9 years. Jacksonville is a curse of all curses against the Colts because we usually beat them at home, but we do not ever win in Florida. So hopefully this week we break that curse. But it makes me so angry. It gets under my skin that they would rather play the Colts than not play at all and just rest. It hurts. It makes me so mad.
That is crazy.
So
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I did not know that
Ever
was a
since
thing.
they announced like international games, that was the option.
Is that they get to either choose who they want to play when they come back,
Yeah.
or they could pick a bye.
Or they just get to chill for a week.
And they're like, we want to fucking
Yeah.
beat the Colts because we don't have to try.
so
Wow.
angering.
Wow. I am.
that's mad disrespect.
I am.
That's mad. I mean,
Mhm.
that is. I mean,
Wow.
there's a lot of ways to disrespect someone. That has to be probably the top.
And
That
it
is
sucks too
that.
because Richardson's most likely going to be out for 4
And
to
he
6 weeks.
He's injured again.
exactly
Yeah.
he's gonna be out. And
So
that's
Minshew's gotta
crazy.
Step up. I mean, he has. It sucks because I love Richardson, obviously. He's an amazing quarterback. He just needs to learn to stop getting hurt.
Well, I think I talked about that 2 or 3 weeks ago
I know
when
you
he
did.
was with the
So
concussion.
you're the curse.
No, I was just you're just getting your opinion because that was what people were talking about.
Yeah.
He's got almost in Josh Allen that type of way. Josh Allen doesn't have the injury history,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know when to protect himself.
But one cool thing, it's kind of a funny stat. That's kind of whatever. Take it how you want it. When Gardner Minshew throws at least 5 passes, he's 3-0 this year.
Oh.
So
Just
we'll
5
see.
passes?
It's because he played like 1 or 2 reps, I believe, week 1 or 2. When
Ouch.
Anthony Richard got out, but went back in.
All right. One more. Chuba Hubbard. Are you going to throw him in your running back position because you need one?
Meh.
Yeah?
He's a good receiving back again, and he's fast. He's basically like he's like a Wish.com CMC.
I'm crying.
'Cause that's legit what he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to say I want
fast,
to
agile,
I
wide
want to
running
say
back.
he could make it happen, but I mean, you're still looking at the Panthers, which sucks, and then
They're
they're
ass.
playing the Dolphins next.
But we've seen the Dolphins defense give up big numbers to certain running backs.
That is very much true.
So we shall see.
Yeah, that could be either way. That could be in either way. I love it.
That's still a split backfield, though.
Yes, it is.
So it just depends who gets the touches and who doesn't.
I think Chuba should come up on top, but I don't know. It is what it is. We'll find out.
I mean, Miles Sanders is dog water, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people have
Bro.
been saying.
Because I had him in my lineup last week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me why. I was very hopeful. that he-
Inebriated?
No, I was just hopeful
Oh.
that he would actually do something because he showed flashes.
Mm-hmm.
This man gave me 0.2 points. He played the entire game too. Wasn't injured. That's how much he gave me for an entire game.
That's terrible.
I mean, lightweight, he's like the main reason I lost because I was going against DJ Moore as well.
Oh, yeah.
and the Saints defense.
You ain't getting nowhere.
Yeah, so
Nowhere, no how.
Two
Saints
offense
yeah,
put
two-
up like 30 points.
Yeah,
30
dude,
defensive
2
points.
players on my opponent's team got like 70 to 80 points, and my running back gave me 0.2 points.
Even if you had a good running back, it would have been tough. But having
I mean,
oh,
I only lost by like 8 points.
Really?
My team did very well, but he was the main reason. He was like, I don't want to play. He lost that fumble, which instantly negative 3 points, and then it was a Chuba Hubbard show. And they're already down by like 21, 28 points. And they're not going to run the ball a lot.
so
Yeah,
now
no
we're
one
not
will.
down that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ass, dude. Straight ass. Screw Miles Sanders. I'm going to tag him.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna tag him on X, on Instagram,
I don't have X.
What?
Hell no.
What is what? On what?
Twitter.
Oh.
Twitter is X.
It's called
Yeah,
X?
it's X.
It's been
It's
X.
been X for
like
several months or for
months
several
now.
weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not on
'Cause-
Twitter, so I
'Cause
wouldn't
Elon
know.
Musk is insane.
He calls it X now?
That's
it's called
legit
X.
what it's called.
Yeah.
It's not. It hasn't been Twitter in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's stupid as fuck.
I think that's so
Sounds
funny.
like a porn site.
Oh my God, Riyadh.
All right, moving on.
All right, giving the mic to Riyadh. Riyadh, who's injured this week?
Many people.
Well, we've already talked about James Conner a little bit. We
Yeah.
talked about Justin Jefferson a little bit.
which is huge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's see some other.
I think it's
Big
wild
names.
because a lot of people have been probably relying on Justin Jefferson as their RB1, even RB2 or
wide receiver.
wide receiver, because I don't know what fucking acronyms to use.
Jesus.
I know, wide receiver 1 or even 2, and I think that's wild because now you're out a good 15 points.
100%.
So now you got to look towards filling that slot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a good backup, hit that waiver wire.
You're screwed.
Another big one. If you have the Bills defense, Matt Milano out for the season.
That's
That's
huge.
devastating. That's huge. And I have the Bills defense, and they've been pretty good.
They've
That's
been
a
fantastic.
big that's a big miss for the Bills defense. So we'll see how they adjust.
I don't have the Bills defense. I actually have been playing a little weird with my defenses lately.
This all matchups
I've been
with
kind of just
defense.
playing around, with the whole matchup scheme. But the Saints have actually been doing very well for me, and they were top tier last week against the Patriots.
That's another team that just carried by defense. Because man, Derek Carr, don't get me wrong, he's a good quarterback. If you rush or hurry him, dear Lord, that man's gonna either take a sack or just shit himself.
You know, I wholeheartedly agree. I'm sad that is actually a thing. I'm definitely wishing he would
I love the
get
guy.
his shit together. And
Shouts
it's
out Fresno
really,
State.
just I
We
know.
lost this
But-
week.
Oh, that was sad. Let's not
Sad,
talk about
sad,
that.
sad.
I'm so yeah.
No more 25 in the nation.
I,
They were at 24 coming into that game.
Oh, really? They're 24.
They were 24.
Even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
They were going for it, man. They were doing great, honestly. But sadly enough, our Jake Hayner did drugs. I'm just kidding.
Well, it wasn't Jake Hayner.
I
Jake
know.
Hayner's now a Saint.
Well, he's also suspended for the season for doing drugs.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, not
I forgot.
drugs, just steroids,
Yeah.
but same thing.
Yeah. Wait. What? Where we were talking about Saints, too,
Yeah.
and Carr. What?
Give us another name, Riyadh.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, Chandler Zavala. That was a scary incident right there.
fuck is that guy? But yeah,
No, no one
that,
really.
Yeah, that was really sad though.
He's got
Face
neck
first.
injury.
Yeah,
I
that
only
was
mentioned
really
I only
sad.
mentioned that because of the severity of the injury.
Yeah, I
he's-
mean, you
he's
hate
not
to
a-
see that shit.
I did not see that.
Carted off
Is
to
that
the hospital.
bad?
I mean,
Bro, they had
Wow.
to stop the entire game. Both
5-6
teams
minutes
were on
at
the field
least.
on the knees. It was bad. It was a horrible sight to see.
But they still let the game continue.
Yeah, this wasn't a dying
yeah,
on the field.
It
type.
wasn't.
Yeah.
n-
It wasn't DeMar Hamlin type of
Hopefully,
situation.
there will never be another DeMar Hamlin situation.
Situation.
But yeah, that was
Yeah, that's crazy.
that was bad.
Yeah, so I just figured I'd put that on there just because
Yeah,
of how
I mean,
scary it was.
Yeah, shouts out to him.
We're looking at the Cowboys. Turpin. I don't know if anybody has Turpin. If we're,
He's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
He's
he's fast.
yeah, he's very fast.
Yeah. He was ruled out didn't play against the Niners. Another big hurt to that defense is their middle linebacker, Leighton Vander Esch.
Beast.
A block in the back that was not called.
Of course.
His neck goes right into
He's one of the few linebackers that has the very OG
neck roll.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I love that look. It just looks mean.
Yeah. And he has a history of injuries.
Yes,
so
he
that,
does.
that's sad. Just another thing to pile on to Cowboys fans. Let's see.
Damn cowgirls.
Is that a curse or a blessing? I don't know.
Uh,
Could be a little bit of both.
I'm pretty sure you guys were already up like 21 points when you
If
got
you
injured
guys-
too, though.
Also, if you guys have any questions about your guys' trades, your guys' fantasy, shout them out. Throw them in the comments. We're always here willing to help and listen. It's not just all about us.
Says my mic is low. I feel like I'm very loud, to be honest.
I turn your
I hear
mic
you
up a
fine.
little bit,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
sometimes it's different when it's in your headset.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
The next one is Detroit Lions quarterback Emmanuel Mosley rolled out. Again, I don't know how many people are carrying the Lions defense, but I think a starting quarterback could be big.
Yeah.
you gotta
another-
enunciate. It sounds like you're saying corner.
Corner.
Quarter.
I'll just say
Cornerback.
CB.
The
There we
CB.
go. The CB.
The CB.
And then a big one for the Houston Texans, Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been having a pretty good season.
That's
he
gonna-
didn't return
that's
against
gonna
the
help Nico
Falcons.
Collins, though, baby. I
Yeah.
have Nico.
Yeah.
What did Nico get you?
Like 4 points.
Yeah.
That was the first bust he's had, though. He was coming off back-to-back, like, 25-point games. I think one of them was, like, a 35-point game. He's been really good.
Has been.
Next up, Indianapolis Colts and Anthony Richardson.
And Anthony Richardson.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Yep.
AC joint sprain in his right throwing shoulder.
Yeah, that's the same injury he had in college, too.
Yep.
Same right shoulder, so...
Also, Mo
That
Alley
could
Cox.
be like a flare up thing then, and then it could.
No, it was...
No, the way he landed
Yeah.
was I mean, he didn't brace himself at all straight on
Well, I
the
mean,
shoulder.
he couldn't brace himself. There were two people
Yeah.
on top of him.
Yeah,
and
I'm not saying he didn't.
slammed him right into his
He
shoulder.
didn't choose
Hey,
not
blame,
to
don't blame the guy. It's not his fault.
Yeah, I'm not blaming that he. Oh,
Yes,
I'm not going to
s-
brace my fall.
Yeah,
No,
step up, guard Minshew, man. Step up.
What
Hey.
do you call it?
Minshew mania.
Yeah, there we go.
Mullet
There we
mania.
go.
He's the best backup in the league. Like that's a fact. No one can say that's not a fact. People were saying Andy Dalton because it was like 3 weeks ago. I want to say that ESPN put out like the top 10 backup quarterbacks, and Minshew was like 8. It was like, you are stupid.
That's
they had
really?
They had Andy Dalton as number 1, who lost the only game he started by a lot. Minshew's 3-0 as a backup quarterback. Like, you're insane. He's the best backup.
Hey.
And he has a beautiful mullet.
Next up, also for the Indianapolis Colts, we're looking at Mo Alley Cox, was evaluated for concussion and did not return. So he's probably going to be out at least a week.
Not worried about that. He's mainly a blocking.
Next one, we got left guard, Walker Little. Guard. Big one, Zay Jones. He didn't return against the Bills, so I'm sure if you have Zay Jones.
You shouldn't have Zay Jones if you have him.
Well, you do. We do have some actual news, like Javonte Williams practiced with a quad injury, so he had full practice today. Travis Kelce is officially limited at practice with his ankle.
Yeah, he suffered a low ankle sprain.
I think it's because of
Taylor Swift is probably beating him.
Yep. Austin Eckler's 99% sure he'll play week 6.
About damn time. 3 weeks and he doesn't play.
Next one we have, of course, we hit on this a little bit earlier, but Justin Jefferson suffered a hamstring injury versus Chiefs.
Yeah,
it's still very early, according to Kevin O'Connell.
He's going to be placed on IR no matter what. There's no way he plays through this. If they
and if he does, he still won't be 100% because
yeah,
any time someone has a muscle injury, it lingers and lingers.
Especially a hammy, bro.
Yeah, we
Hammies
saw
are
it
the
the
worst.
calf. We saw it the calf with Joe Burrow. You're just not the same player.
He's a shell of himself, and now he's finally healthy. And look what happens.
I'd almost rather break a bone, be out, do my timeout, and then come back fully healthy.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. When
look
you
at
do
Cooper
muscles,
Kupp. He had a hamstring injury in preseason. He was out IR. First game back,
yeah,
he's a freaking machine. He's a target magnet.
Yeah,
I just don't think that's a normal.
Sucking in balls.
That's not just
The way he sucks in them
The
balls.
way it sucks in those balls.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a normal comeback like Cooper had
You're not wrong.
with not hamstring, just muscle injuries.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, I was really sad he didn't play for me, man.
And he's probable to play against the Bucks.
He better play, man.
So it's going to be interesting because if he doesn't play
beast.
That would be his second straight game out, right? Because he
Yeah.
was out this past week.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't play
And
again
he's a
too, look
big-
towards
He's been on fire.
who's going to be playing.
Yeah, he's a big target for
He's the target.
for Jared Goff.
Yep.
We also have let's see, Juju Smith-Schuster. If you had him,
Mids.
boring.
I got injured dancing on the fucking
TikTok
logo.
Man, Aaron Jones inactive.
We
Yeah, that was
have
huge.
Still, bro. Still.
AJ Dillon kind of stepped up. Not really though. He had a touchdown, but besides that, not much.
Chris Olave for the Saints. He was doing work.
Yeah.
I know that name really well from Ohio State and watching college
He's so
football.
skinny though. Just hit him once, you're gonna break a bone.
Yeah. He's injured. He was coming a bit of a season. He's got some big passes from Derek
Saquon
Carr.
out again.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the story with Saquon. As unfortunate as it is, that man is injury prone.
All his career.
To
His
a
whole career.
T, man.
To a T, huh?
Yep. Daniel Jones.
Or we got a
Got
question.
injured.
Should we trade Pollard and Watson for Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley?
Let me read this.
Well,
Pollard and Watson as in Deshaun Watson?
or Christian Watson. Which one?
Because that's a huge difference. Because Deshaun Watson's injury.
And
He's
actually,
day-to-day right now.
he is yeah, you're right. He is day to day.
So, hey, this guy's Fletcher Cox. That's a good player. But, yeah, you should comment again. Which Watson? Because Pollard is good. Don't get me wrong. Pollard's good. But he's kind of hit or miss.
And
At least this season.
And then you have
Last season,
Jonathan
he was
Taylor.
amazing. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's fire. Calvin Ridley's fire. So, I mean,
Calvin Ridley's fire. Jonathan Taylor's questionable.
to be honest, even if it's Christian Watson or Deshaun Watson, I would make that trade for Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley Ridley's going to be, I'd say, a top 10, top 15 wide receiver this year.
So definitely for our wide receiver too,
kind of
even flex.
he's kind of a toss-up because he's going to be split in the backfield for the next, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks. He's definitely going to take over RB1. Like, it's only a matter of time. That's why they paid him. That's why he's there. So if you are picking up Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley, yes, of course, all day,
All day,
every
every
day.
day.
And who is he giving away? Tony Pollard?
Yeah, Tony Pollard and Watson. Like I said, even if it's Deshaun Watson, who's ass, or Christian Watson, who we just talked about, is ass, I would do that trade any day.
Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of ass, let's pick these players, Brian.
Well,
Brian last week.
It's official.
Shut
He's on IR. Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is officially on
Yeah,
IR.
he is officially on IR.
What did I
that's
say?
He will miss at least 4 games.
I beat ESPN.
Yep.
And
That's too good.
So we're picking our team, huh?
We
don't need to talk about last week.
last week we duked it out,
We don't need to talk about that.
and it
No, I
ended up
missed last
being
week. What
it ended up being a
happened
little
last-
horrid.
I picked with my heart. and
Brian
it
picks
did
with
not
his
work
heart.
out.
I picked with strategy, so I got
No, you
118.
fucking
No,
didn't.
no, you don't. You got
What?
You go with heart most of the time.
Whatever.
I don't know what you
I got
did last week,
118.4, and Brian had a whopping. Let's go with the 46.3. So we got
So
B
what-
weeks in week 4, and we got B weeks in week 4 and week 5. I'm sorry. So walking into week 6, I get to pick first pick again, QB. I think.
Why do you think there? Back it up here. I missed last week. What's all this?
What do you mean?
What's all this that you're
So
picking
if you were
and keeping
actually
track of?
watching, which
If
you haven't,
yeah, if you actually
we're-
watch, you
we
know
are picking teams.
we
Okay.
pick
and
our top
tallying
teams.
them the points and
Okay.
see who wins. Whoever wins gets to pick the first.
So just one team, any game, every week.
No. We're
Or-
picking our squad, a fantasy squad.
Our
Okay.
our week 6
We're basically
fantasy
doing a
squad.
fantasy draft every week
Oh, okay,
Exactly.
Okay.
for
So-
one week.
Who do
And
I
he
want to
absolutely
play
shit on me last week.
Oh yeah.
quarterback?
I mean, I picked Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor, so
I'm taking
You did go with your heart big time.
yeah, they
Who did you go with last week, Richard?
Lamar Jackson,
Okay.
who also was ass.
who also did not put too much on the board. You're right.
He's my
He
QB
put
in
up
my other
about
league, and he gave me like 9
10,
points.
10 points. Yeah, he put up 10 points for me.
But that's on his receivers. His receivers.
Anthony
stopped-
Richardson put up 4.
Well, because he was injured.
Yes, he was. All right, Brian. I'm gonna go with some good Josh Allen because
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
He's-
you.
he's gonna shit on the Giants.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna shit on the
I'm
Giants.
saying over under. He's gonna have at least 2 rushing touchdowns.
And he's gonna get like 40 fucking points, bro.
Most likely, and it's coming off a bad. I mean, not even a bad showing because he played
They
very
played,
well.
yeah, he played
but
fucking insane.
He doesn't like to lose. We know that.
Oh yeah, no, he. No.
So the real question is Riyadh doing a team? Are you going to be here next week, Riyadh?
All right, Riyadh.
Is that
Gotta
like
put
a
your team in
yes,
your
I am,
phone.
or just a
Yeah.
No, sure. Yeah, no, I'll be here.
All right, we'll see what happens.
all right, Riyadh? I'll let you go second.
All right. So
Don't forget, you gotta put your team in your phone.
okay.
QB.
Yeah, we got
Who's your
QB.
QB1?
Who's your
For
QB?
a
one?
week. For a week. Okay.
And I know Richard's going to write mine down. It's already on a template.
So let me.
Unlike
I'm putting it in
you,
my notes
Riyadh.
here. Creating a new note here.
Shoot us any more questions you guys might have, like trades.
Say less.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take.
Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
I think I'm gonna take who I have in my fantasy
Oh,
Right
so
now.
it's ass.
is good old Patty Mahomes over with playing Denver and that Denver defense.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good matchup.
Yeah, I'm playing the matchup there.
I was going to talk shit, but that's a matchup right there.
And-
I
Yeah, you
went
can't
and I
do
went for it
anything
for the
better.
matchup. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
too.
Okay, I don't know who Lamar is playing, but Lamar is mad, and so am I because I started him. So I'm going to do Lamar Jackson.
Oh, all right. Lamar Jackson.
He needs
I
to
love
tell
it.
his receivers to stop playing rugby and catch a goddamn football.
Dude, I have no idea what is up with that. I think it's the weirdest thing ever.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Man, I hate to be this guy.
CMC for the third week in a row.
We're picking receivers first.
What do you mean?
We're picking
Running back is always second.
All right. I had receivers second. We can pick.
I mean, I'm just going like down the line.
Oh, I just
of a
have it on
team
here.
fantasy.
Okay. CMC did not do too well last week, but CMC is going to be...
Because Purdy was throwing his dick all around the fucking Cowgirls.
Yeah, he was. But CMC will definitely be
Horsecock Brock.
still on there because they will be running all over the Bears. They're just going to run. Honestly, that game, they're just going to keep running and
You're
running
not wrong.
and running and running. So I'm going to go with some CMC for me.
And it's in Levi Stadium, correct?
It is not. It is actually going to be in Cleveland. That's their away game.
Cleveland. Wait, they're playing the Browns?
Yeah.
I swear to God, you just said the Bears.
Browns.
Okay. Well,
I
either
think
way,
you did say the Bears.
it doesn't matter.
But-
So Cleveland weather, it might be raining. You never know with Ohio. So if it is raining, CMC's going to eat, boy.
Everyone's going to slip and miss.
That's how it was in the first game last year against the Bears.
Ooh.
That was
All right.
that was an ugly game.
Riyadh, who's your running back 1 for week 6?
Damn. I wish I would have done research because I think I would like to play the matchups, and I don't know who's playing who next week, or this upcoming.
Yeah, I have it on my laptop.
Wow, must be
Because
nice.
I'm the only one prepared here.
I
Eventually,
didn't
guys,
know this
we're
was
going to get
coming.
this set
I
up
didn't know this
looking
was
a lot
coming.
better. For now, this is what we're starting off with. It is what it Jesus. It is what it is. We have low budget funding. I'm letting you know right now we got low budget funding.
Well, yeah, we have no sponsors yet. If you want to be a sponsor,
If you guys seriously, if you guys
Brian's
want to be
manager,
if you guys want to be a
if you wanna
sponsor, we would love to sell ourselves. Just kidding.
I'd sell myself for a penny.
Ooh.
What a cheap whore.
Good Lord. All right,
Hey,
pick your
Hey,
goddamn.
you get cheap quality with me.
Pick
All right.
your fucking receiver.
What did you look up? Just NFL schedule week 6.
Yes. Because one of us is smart here.
I had no idea this was coming.
This motherfucker.
2 minutes before
We
we
don't even need matchups, dog. Just
just
name a
to-
top
I don't-
5 running back.
I just don't want to pick a top 5 running back. He's playing the number 1 defense,
Still,
Who cares?
number
He-
1 rushing
he-
defense.
That means nothing, bro. The Titans were the number 1 rushing defense in the entire league. Zach Moss shit on them. Matchups don't
Yeah, but-
mean that much. It's whoever shows up that day.
Yeah, but
we
still, I
legit
still
made the number 1 rushing
statistics.
defense in the league go to like number 15 in
I'm not
one
saying
game.
the number 1, the matchups, always go
pick
exactly
your
as they're
goddamn
predicted,
person.
but They still could.
Pick your person.
So who did you pick? You picked Christian McCaffrey for the 3rd straight week.
Correct.
Okay,
Running back. Don't forget to write it down.
I know. Trying to think of top running back. Shit.
Should I just go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it, Brian.
Let me look at the matchups real quick.
Har.
No, I mean, it's going to be a curveball right now, man. I'm going to go with Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Yep.
Yeah, from the Chiefs.
It's kind of funny because he's not known as like an amazing running back, but he had a good showing, and that matchup they have is prime for him to show up.
I know who I'm gonna pick.
Looking Jose.
Well,
That's
McCaffrey.
yeah. That's
I'm not gonna go
it's
with
You're
not-
biased too, Jose.
I'm not gonna go with the matchup here. I'm gonna go. I think he's starting. Is DeAndre Swift RB1?
Yeah.
He is.
Eagles.
I'll take
He's
DeAndre
fire,
Swift.
bro.
Yeah, I'll take
Top
DeAndre
5
Swift.
running back.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't know because I know he wasn't the number 1 running back coming into the season. Right? It was Gainwell,
No, it was Jalen Hurts.
legitimate running back.
He said.
I mean, Gainwell is still really good. He's like a solid
majority-
RB2. But I
Yeah.
mean, Swift is obviously
RB1.
fire.
Okay, yeah,
And
I'll
he
take
has-
DeAndre Swift.
He has the big sunscreen or sunglasses
Yeah.
visor. That's just fire.
Yeah.
I love how running backs are allowed to do that. Imagine
All
if
right,
a
back to you,
quarterback could do that. Shield their eyes from the DBs.
So we're going to what?
That
RB2?
would be wild, huh?
Are we doing an RB2?
Yeah,
RB2.
I know who I should have picked for RB1, but Pacheco's going to have a good game.
I'm going to do this because technically he could be considered a sleeper,
Okay.
and I still want to keep to that.
Mm.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
All right, I got mine. I'm going Tony Pollard behind that beast of an offensive line for RB2.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with who I wanted to pick, but I didn't because, Pacheco, not many people start Pacheco. But the very, very obvious RB1, as I'm picking number 2, is Mostert. Of course.
I know. It's so funny because it took a lot out of me to just not say anything.
I really expected you to pick him because I didn't, but good on you for picking Jeff Wilson Jr.
I wanna shouts out to Old Niner. So
Well, I mean, Mostert's an old Niner too, but Mostert's also an old 5-team person. He's been on so many teams.
yes, McCaffrey, true. Yeah, baby.
Wide receiver number 1.
Wide receiver number 1.
Richard's
don't
number 1 pick.
Man, I don't want to be again that person, but I really want to have. No, I have to stick to what I believe in. Cooper Kupp.
That's a good pick.
Solid.
Kupp is going to be playing against Arizona, man.
Cool.
And I think that's going to be a wild ride.
Hey, shouts out Andre Saucheray.
Oh, yes. Shout out Andre Chaucheray for being on active roster right now, dude. That guy is killing it as a
Whoever
safety.
doesn't know, we went to school, actually good friends with.
And I played football with at that school.
Damn, look
Andre.
at you. Yeah, he's the homie, and he is the free safety / cornerback of the Arizona Cardinals right now.
And he is
We went to
showing.
a Super
He's
Bowl. That's
showing
crazy.
up. He's showing up.
He's fire.
He's showing up.
Yeah, he almost got a ring with the Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Very close.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take wide receiver 1, the cheetah, Tyreek Hill.
See, I was gonna go with Tyreek Hill too, but I already have a Miami. I need to spread the ball
Yeah, you're
around.
not
Can't
wrong,
be
you're
that
not
guy.
wrong. Well, I mean, in my opinion, the most obvious answer, you two both just kind of fucked up, Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah.
This man had 52 points.
I guess I was thinking it's still week 1, week 2, week 3 that you ain't got to do shit.
After the quote, "I am always open," he proved it. He had
He
a
is
franchise record, I believe,
always-
16 receptions,
He's always open.
like 190-something yards, I think 2 or 3 TDs at least.
You just reminded me of another one.
The man's stupid good.
That
They are playing the Seahawks, so
Oh, it's easy win.
all
Seahawks
right.
are dog.
Wide receiver 2. I'm gonna have to be that guy. I was
Debo.
what?
Did I call it?
No,
Yes, I did.
no,
So Ayuk.
no.
Okay, so who? Tell me.
I am gonna have 2 players that play on one team.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs.
That's a fire wide receiver too. Jesus.
that was going to be my guy. That was going to be my second guy.
I gotta have Stephon playing
This
against.
motherfucker right here.
Bro, you got the thrower and you got the catcher, baby. And they're gonna shit on the Giants.
That's
I'm
it.
so sorry, but the
Bro.
Bills are gonna fucking crap on them.
I love having a stack in fantasy too. You get 10 points for a TD. Ooh. Fire.
Crazy.
Lay
I
it
knew
on me.
I knew this guy wanted him too. You said Jamar, and honestly, I thought you were gonna stay Stephon because that would have been the clear route, But hey, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase,
is
bro.
he's a beast. It
This
is what
man's
it
This
is.
man's always open.
Yeah.
All right, Riyadh. Number two.
Do I go the other side of Stephon Diggs and do Gabe Davis?
See, I mean, he's a solid number 2, man, and he's definitely stepping up his game the last 3 weeks. I had him 2 years ago, and he was either so hit or miss. He was either like under 8 points or he gave me like 30. That was when Stephon Diggs was like throwing tantrums. So I feel like they've kind of learned to cater to Diggs because he's a little bitch.
They all are.
Bro, it's facts though. Like,
They all are. We saw the thing with A.J. Brown, too, getting all
Yeah, it
upset.
is.
I mean,
get
A.J.
down.
Brown's fire, but he's just mad because they just run the ball. That was the game that Swift ran like 30+ times. But it's smart football. That's
So-
what you do.
do I go A.J. Brown or do I go Jalen Waddle?
Waddle's a better pick, in my opinion. But I mean, I'm not picking.
Let's see. Who is Miami even playing?
That's another thing. I last week for this.
Oh, we're
skit.
gonna talk about it. We could talk about it.
I will, because it's my own fuck up. I picked
I think
Keenan
Miami's
Allen
off.
as my number 1, and he's on bye, so I got 0 points.
that was the
My
best thing.
dumbass.
It looks like the Dolphins are playing. I'd hope so because I have Tyreek. Or do I go Keenan Allen?
What will you choose? Is the question here.
Screw it. I'm going.
Don't
Jalen
forget to
Waddle.
write your team down.
He is.
I'm going Jalen Waddle.
All right.
Few weeks.
I'm sticking with my guy, bro. Nico Collins. The Saints have a good front four. They even have a decent 3-man fucking linebacker. Their secondary is awful. They have one decent player who's always just like, meh. And I know Collins is going to have a bounce back week, man. This man's a good wide receiver. CJ Stroud, as much as it pains me to say, he's probably the best rookie quarterback right now. So, Nico Collins is a lock,
Nico Collins can be a lock on that. I could see that.
especially with Dell gone.
Especially with Dell gone. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's actually gonna be
I'm hoping
Not gonna be enough to beat me.
25 bomb.
It's not gonna be enough to beat me.
All right, so we're going tight ends next.
Tight
Correct.
end, dude. Honestly, tight end could be anywhere right now. Looking at even
That's
matchups,
fucking-
it's
that's
just
every year for tight ends. You never
you
know.
know, it is. And for that last week was Kittle. Kittle was that man.
Diddle diddle.
Kittle.
Kittle down the
Um,
middle.
You know, I'm gonna go with the Bucks Lion rivalry right here, and I think
Hawkinson.
Bucks, no. Hawkinson.
no
On the Bucks.
Cade Otton.
When you said Bucks Lions, I figured you were going to pick Lions.
No, I want to go with Cade Otton.
Oh, that's right.
He's-
Interesting.
He's very low on the
Explain yourself.
waiver. He's definitely someone that can possibly be a good check down guy. Or
Okay.
or they're just gonna use him they're just gonna use him to block. It's either one or the other. But that man's sitting right there
For
on
sure.
my tight end.
Not who I expected.
I wanna go with a Kelsey, but my thing
Of
is
course.
he might not play. I could go with Kittle, but then
gotta give
again I want
people some
the
surprising names.
balls to go around, you know? But
Mm.
yeah. Get on.
All right, Riyadh.
Tight ends. Hawkinson is always a big pick, but I have him on my fantasy, and he's been doing.
That's funny because Brian had been picking Hawkinson for the past 2 weeks.
Because he's good.
Because he has
He's
not been
okay.
good.
He's been okay.
He was
Um,
amazing before I started picking him. Maybe I'm the curse.
Yeah, maybe.
He gave me like 28 points in like week 3.
Trash.
Who are the Niners
Boy.
playing? The Rams?
Ooh. No. What? No.
Oh.
You already said they're playing the
Arizona.
Browns.
Arizona.
Oh, so well, excuse me, I'm wrong.
All right, then I'll
Rams are
go,
playing
I'll go with
Arizona.
Kittle. I'll take Kittle as my tight end.
Diddle diddle.
Diddle Kittle.
Well, I'm sticking with a theme that Richard set and Riyadh just broke. Someone that maybe not a lot of people know. Because everyone knows Kyle Pitts, correct?
Yeah.
He's mid as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
The new tight end number 1 in Atlanta, Jonnu Smith.
Oh. That's right. I was looking at that too.
Kyle Pitts is straight mids, dog. I mean, this man has been hyped up his entire career. He's in the number 1, top 5 tight end. He's better than Kittle, better than blah, 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 blah. He's ass. He doesn't get open. He drops a lot of balls. He's not even a great red zone target because he doesn't get open. You know who does get open? Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
You know who catches and sucks in them balls? Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
So, lock. Coming off back-to-back weeks over 10 points, too. For a tight end,
That's hard.
I'd say at least
doesn't
10
happen.
points is good for a tight end. Because you're not expecting, what did Kittle get, 28? You're not expecting that from a tight end.
Hell no. Kittle. Sorry.
So what's next? Flex?
Flex. I'm going to go with the running back in my flex. Last week, I went with, if I remember correctly, I went with Montgomery. I
Oof.
did. And this week, I'm going to stick to Montgomery.
A week too late.
What?
Because Montgomery the week before got like 38 points on your bench.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
Straight up pain.
And he was out. He was out this week. He was on active roster. I had
Yeah.
him. But I will throw him in my flex position because I think he's gonna have some fun running that ball against the Bucks.
All right, Riyadh.
I think I'm gonna go with tight end. I'm
Really?
going
Flex position.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Sure.
go with the tight end.
I mean,
I
prove us wrong. Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to go with Goddard or Sam
He was
Laporta
really good.
or Laporta.
Oh, Laporta all day.
Yeah, Laporta.
I just can't think of.
Well, I mean, you never know if St. Brown's back, Laporta's production might drop. But I mean, he's a really good tight end.
I don't know. I think St. Brown might be taking a week off.
But
You know what?
Dear God, Goddard really hated the Rams that first drive. He said, "Give me the ball. I hate these guys." He got like 13 points in one opening
I
drive.
saw that, and I was
It's
playing. I was playing him,
insane.
of course. I was playing him. You know what? I think I'm also looking at Devontae Adams against the
As a fucking flex, this guy.
what?
Devontae
I
Adams
mean,
as a flex against the
I
Patriots.
mean, it's smart because no one picked him. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
That's wide receiver number 1 status
I know.
as
Yeah.
your flex.
I know my wide receivers are Waddle, Tyreek, and Devontae. I'm going Devontae.
Watch Riyadh beat
Alright.
all of us and then just not show up next week. I'll be so upset.
Nah.
Well, I wouldn't be bragging. I wouldn't be here bragging about it.
Oh,
So that'd be
you'd be
nice.
texting us because I know
I'd probably
you
be watching.
Maybe.
I'd probably.
If
be
he
watching.
remembers.
Yeah,
we'd hear all about it.
yeah.
So-
I'd be in the comments. I'd be that kind of
Oh, yeah,
comments.
I know.
for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
You're not humble at all. But so it was a kind of a toss up for me for flex. I wanted to go with Kyron Williams because he's a damn good running back. Rams, but coming off kind of a midsy week. But again, that's Eagles defense, so you can't expect too much.
Yeah, true.
But I will say, and it's actually very funny, I picked this wide receiver up 5 minutes because I woke up at 6:25 on Sunday to watch the London game. Don't ask me why, because I went to sleep like at 3 a.m., so I was dying. I was so tired. But I picked this man up at 6:25. Washington. Can you name a single wide receiver in Washington? Either of you? I know you want to say Scary Terry because he's the obvious answer.
A wide receiver.
Yeah.
Watson.
Watson.
Or
Curtis
is-
Samuel?
Is it Johan Watson?
You're thinking of Dotson.
Dotson. There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Johan
Yeah.
Dotson. Yeah.
So-
Johan Dotson.
Johan, I don't know if it's
Dotson's
Johan.
ass. I picked up Curtis motherfucking Samuel,
Curtis Samuel,
who
bro.
went off for 19 points.
I have Curtis Samuel in
Yeah.
one of my leagues. Yeah.
I picked him 5 minutes before the deadline, and he got me almost a 20 bomb.
Good
He's a really good deep.
receiver, bro.
running.
That guy is it. Yeah.
This man's fire.
Are you guys doing kickers and defenses too and all that?
We are.
okay, so
Correct,
what's
correct.
kicker next?
It would be
Or
defense,
defense.
next.
Defense. You know, honestly, this is
Def.
going to be a fun one.
Big old def.
I do want this to be a meaningful pick. I do want this.
Why,
defense-
dude? Why?
I just don't want this defense to go off
Are you
again.
gonna go matchups or just with your heart?
I want the Saints to go off again.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Texans.
Okay, I mean Texans gonna throw the ball all over them.
So I could get negative points here.
You could, but
I could get negative points here.
go with what you want.
For the time being, I
Don't let me.
think You know what? No. Fuck it. I'm doing San Francisco.
Good choice. Who just said fuck Riyadh?
Riyadh.
Hey, I have had Niners defense all year, and I've been kind of pissed because they're a top 5 defense, obviously.
But
But
it's
they-
not always a fantasy thing,
fantasy wise,
dude.
their defense hasn't done shit
Yeah.
except for Cowboys. They had like
Cowboys-
3 sacks, 3 picks.
The only game that they went off and
Yeah.
you got points from
They
them.
got me 18 points, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Let's go! Finally, you did something." They have yet to get a defensive touchdown though, which is very, very
Frustrating.
outrageous.
Yeah.
because they had a lot of those last year.
All right, I'll take the Eagles defense against the Jets and Zach Wilson.
That's my defense in my other league, so both of you are picking my defense. I hope both you go off because that helped me.
You'd rather lose this one than your.
Well, I mean, no, of course not.
Okay.
Because your defense ain't got shit on the Chiefs' defense against
Against
horrible Russell Wilson.
that was after the Niners. Mine was either.
Russ is gonna throw at least one pick six or at least a fumble six. I guarantee it.
Dude, he said straight.
This man's duty butter, bro. Like straight doo-doo butter. Like he's ass. He needs to retire after this year. Same with Sean Payton. Like, what are you doing coaching again, man? First off, how is he allowed to coach again? But that's a whole other thing.
Hey, man, they let Brady go back. He didn't win, but he did. They let him go
Bro,
back.
Sean Payton legit paid his players to hit people illegally. Like
That was a while ago, but yeah, he did the whole bounty hunting thing.
It's insane that this man's even allowed to be in the league. But whatever. Kickers.
Yo, that's messed up. I forgot
Richard,
about
you gonna
that.
pick kicker?
Yep. We're going with Matt Gay.
Fuck you, dude.
Why?
Fuck you.
Why?
Because that's my gay.
What does that matter?
He's my team.
So, what's your point?
How dare you? But it's okay. I already got another kicker in my mind that's even better, in my opinion.
You
at
can't
least.
always go with your team.
Yes, I can.
Whatever. If sort of Corey, words, I couldn't think of it. Our buddy Corey, every time he ever plays anything, he always goes with his favorite team. So it's
Bro.
either the Dodgers or the Rams.
Bro, this man had 4 Rams players on his team at one point. Don't get me wrong, like two of them did very well, so it like kind of counterbalanced. But like, what are you doing?
You can't.
You
yeah,
can't
you
do
can't
that.
do
To me, you
that.
can't play with your heart in fantasy unless you absolutely are sure, 100%
So
sure.
are you picking Seahawks defense?
God, no. Maybe in 2015 I would have.
All right, so who's your defense then? Oh, no, sorry, kicker.
I was
Kicker,
looking
kicker,
at him
kicker.
here. I was looking at who kicks a lot. What team doesn't score many touchdowns, but they get in the range for some field goals.
I know, but I ain't telling you because you're going to take him.
Or do I go with the goat kicker, one of the goat kickers?
Justin Tucker's mids this
Tucker.
year. Matt
Yeah.
Gay outperformed him in his own stadium.
Yeah, I don't know what kicker to go to. I don't know what team's gonna kick field goals.
Well, I'll just skip Riyadh. I'm going to pick Young Ho Koo because my Young Ho is Koo.
Solid.
That man's
Solid.
the most, not on point, but he kicks the most field goals per game because Atlanta doesn't know what the fuck a red zone or end zone is. They're like, oh, like we just don't score and we just get a field goal, right? Yeah. So my Young Ho is cool.
You know, the first time I ever saw that guy
Best
come
name
out,
in NFL.
first
by
time I
far.
ever saw that guy come out, I was like, "What? That's his name?"
Well, I mean, obviously, technically, it's what it's flipped because he's Korean.
Yeah.
So was it?
So
It would be
Young-
Hoku Young.
Hoku Young, yeah.
But I mean, America is just like,
It's
yeah,
just
my
fu-
Young
yeah.
Ho's cool.
So, so I know I'm playing you guys here
Beautiful.
in this, but I need some help with kickers. What do you think?
You
Should I
don't
go
get
with
a
just-
1. You get
I
no
mean,
kickers.
Do I just do Justin? Do I do Tucker just because?
Yeah.
Willis Tucker.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just
Yeah, they're playing
throw
the
out a
Titans.
kicker right now?
Well, he's probably gonna be some shitty kicker.
No, just do Tucker.
That would ruin his rep though, because he has a pretty good rep of knowing his shit.
I don't even know who Baltimore is playing.
Or
Baltimore is playing against the Titans. It's-
Ooh. I mean, that could be a tough matchup because we already talked about it. They were the best rushing defense until they met Zach Moss. But,
You know what? I think I know who I'm gonna pick.
all right, lay it on me.
They can get to the red zone, except for playing them, but they can get to the red zone and they haven't been able to score touchdowns. I'm going Alberry.
Cardinals.
Alberry for the Cowboys.
Mm.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, honestly. Brandon Auberry.
Another good pick would have been Mayer. 'Cause he gets like at least 4 chances a game, but he's also Mayer, so he's gonna miss 2 of them.
Richard, what was his first name? Brandon.
Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon. Okay.
Yep. I love it.
Shouts out Caragol's.
Shouts out Carl. All right, guys. This has been another successful, great week of fantasy. Hopefully, you guys got a little bit of insight. You can go through, recheck on anything that we talked about.
You want to recap our picks? You want to go first?
That's
Our
gonna be like
fantasy picks?
another 10 minutes.
No, it's not.
Um,
Just list it. Just list it.
Why not then?
Why not? Sitting for my week 6 team, I
He
got
doesn't like
Josh
that.
Allen. Shut your mouth. I got Josh Allen, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, CMC, Jeff Wilson Jr. We got Otten Montgomery, San Francisco as a D, and Gay Kicken.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, I got Patrick Mahomes, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, Devontae Adams, the Eagles defense, and Brandon Aubrey as my kicker.
Okay, so the winning team is gonna be Lamar Jackson, Chase, Collins, Pacheco, Mostert, Smith, Samuel, Chiefs, and my young hose, Koo.
This guy.
But yeah, I'm gonna win. If I don't, I'm gonna kill Riyadh. You probably won't ever see him again.
Sounds good to me. Tune in next week to see who wins, if Riyadh survives, and
Why is everybody
to see the new top players of the week, new waiver wire picks of the week. Talk to us about your guys' different trades. What's going on in your leagues? The chat's always open, guys. Don't be afraid to slide in there. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next Tuesday for another fantasy, okay?
Shouts out Jose.
Later,
Thanks for
people.
watching, dog.
Shouts out, guys. Thank you.
Shouts out to all them purrs.